Hey YouTube, breaking news here, and it's of the worst kind. Got a DM, somebody reaching out to me, a source, wanted to stay anonymous, and it turns out that there was a shooting last night in Sarasota, Florida, and a young man was killed, and they tell me the young man killed was Brian Battie's brother. And if you don't know who Brian Battie is, this is a former 1,000-yard rusher from South Florida. Obviously played great on a 1-11 team. He's a great kickoff returner. And he hit the transfer portal and he went to Auburn. And he's been on Auburn for the last year. Didn't really get in the rotation much. Didn't get nearly as much playing time as anticipated. And so he hit the portal this offseason. They convinced him to come back to Auburn. So he re-enrolls in Auburn. But these young men get involved in other circumstances. And, you know, what I want to say is focus on your craft, man. Life is short. Nah, life is long. Focus on your craft and prepare for that great life that you can potentially live. I'm getting reports that Brian Battie was shot in the head and is in critical condition. I don't know. It's nowhere on the internet. This story right here has 1,000 views now. And it just talks about one dead in the shooting in the morning. But if you go to Facebook and you look at some of Brian Battie's family members, his aunt, things of that nature, you'll find people who are in the know and talking, and just wish them well. And I'm not a religious man, but if you are, you know, it's unfortunate, and you might want to say your prayers and whatnot. But Auburn, you're down one bad, and it sucks. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Hey, and I don't mean to make a joke or anything, but I want to say this. I was going to end the video there, but I want to say this to all the young men out there. And I know it's easy for me to say I'm 41, and look, man, we all lived a long life, and we all went out and partied, surrounded ourselves with people who probably shouldn't have been interacting with, and all kinds of stuff. But there's only two things open after midnight, and it's the hospital and legs. And neither one of them is good, right? Neither one of them is good. I used to give safety briefs to young men every single Friday in the military. I'm a retired first sergeant, spent over 21 years in the military. And I got to tell you guys that we'd always tell these young men, hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And then every Sunday I'd get a phone call, either when I was a platoon sergeant or a first sergeant. And as a first sergeant for 3 long years, every Sunday I would get a phone call, and it would be so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. And their priorities just weren't straight. And they were surrounding themselves with a lower caliber of person. They were interacting with the decay of society. And if you ever want to change your life, all you have to do is change your circle of friends. Change your circle that you socialize with. Change the women you date. Change everything. Like, just change your standards of how you carry yourself. Be committed to your craft, whatever that is, whether it be work, your career, football, practice, school. Be committed to your craft, and you won't come across, potentially, you won't come across these types of individuals who have ill intent towards you. I can just tell you that my life changed eternally when I stopped dating specific types of people, when I stopped going to certain parts of town or stopped frequenting certain bars and clubs, right? If you change the clientele of who you interact with, the trajectory of your life will change. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with successful people. Surround yourself with maybe religious people, whatever it is, healthy people, people with character. I'd imagine whoever pulled this trigger isn't any of those people. So it's unfortunate, and in hindsight, it's always 20/20. But you can learn from other people's mistakes, and I just hope the young man pulls through. But I hope people understand that you're a byproduct of your environment. You're a byproduct of the circumstances you put yourself in, and where you might find yourself in a predicament, right? You can't get arrested if you're at home. You can't get shot in the face if you're at home just doing what you do. Now, I know somebody's going to chime in, yes, you can. But I'm trying to tell you how to make it to be 41 without any arrests and without interacting with the decay of society, unintentionally. Sorry to hear about the news, man. It sucks. And I'm pulling for Brian Battie. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.